Hello everybody, welcome to tonight's video. Tonight we are talking about the 2000 GoRacing.com 500. So the 2000 GoRacing.com 500, it's a night race at Bristol, the short track where you always have to fear about the big one at Bristol because it's a short track. Especially, Rusty Wallace did win the pole. Okay, the Food City 250, changes happen because Sterling Marlin was in a drive for Kenny Irvin Jr.'s car, rechanging it from 42 to 01, and then Kyle Petty, which was driving for Adam Petty's car, was in this race. Mike Stanflink was in this race too, which Kevin Harvick did win the race, and Sterling Marlin finished 5th and Kyle Petty finished 19th. So the GoRacing.com 400. The first 29 laps were calm racing until a two-car spin involved with Steve Park, who won Watkins, Steve Park and Ward Burton. 17 laps after the restart, Brett Bonine and rookie Dave Blaney crashed in turn 2. 35 laps after the restart, Todd Bonine crashed in turn 2, and then 2 laps after the restart, Ward Burton, Dale Jarrett spun. And then 133 laps after the restart, Scott Pruitt spun. 75 laps, Bobby Hillin Jr., who was driving for injured rookie Stacey Compton, spins in turn 4, finishes not a good finish. And then 16 laps after the restart, Jimmy Spencer and Robert Presley were both involved in the spin and crashed in turn 4. 4 laps after the restart, Mike Skinner spun in turn 2, which he made repairs of. And then you got the NASCAR that got involved. And then 2 laps after the restart for debris. 17 laps after the restart, Robert Presley, the same car that was involved in the first crash. And then 5 laps after the restart, his bad night continued, along with Scott Pruitt and Wally Dallenbach, which Presley's car caught on fire too. Presley got out. And then 7 laps after the restart, Ted Musgrave spun in turn 2, and 32 laps after the restart, Dale Jr. and Bobby Hamilton Sr., Dale Jr., Jeremy Mayfield crashed in turn 1 and 2. The final 41 laps was calm racing until Rusty Wallace won the race for the 4th time for 2000. Rusty Wallace finished first, which he won Bristol in the spring, and Pocono in July, and Michigan in the Pepsi 400. Tony Stewart, who won Dover, Michigan, and New Hampshire. Mark Martin, who won Martinsville. Dale Earnhardt Sr., who won Atlanta. Steve Park, who won Watkins Glen. Jeff Burton, who won Las Vegas and Daytona. Elliott Sadler, Sterling Marlin, Dale Jarrett, who won Daytona. Ricky Rudd, Ward Burton, who won Darlington in 2000. Ken Schrader, Johnny Benson Jr., Mike Skinner. Bobby Labonte, who won Darlington, who won Rockingham, Darlington, and the Brickyard 400. We apologize for the using the 2005 schedule. Terry Labonte, a good finish for him in 16th. A 16th place finish after recovering from the injury he had in that crash. A good finish for him from a comeback. Ted Musgrave finished 17th. Kevin LePage, Michael Waltrip, John Andretti, and Ted Musgrave, that just came back in Michigan. Good run for him. Dale Jr., who won Richmond and Texas and Richmond, who hadn't any luck. Kyle Petty, this would be his last time in the 44 before moving into the 45 car. Jeff Gordon, who won New Hampshire, Talladega and Richmond, and Sears Point Raceway. Jimmy Spencer, Jeffrey Bonine, Kenny Wallace, Joe Nemechek, Brett Bonine, Rick Mass, Chad Little, Dave Marcus, Jerry Nadeau, Wally Dallenbach Jr., Bobby Hamilton Sr., Jeremy Mayfield, who won California and Pocono Raceway, David Green, who was driving for injured Bill Elliott after a house accident, Robert Presley, Scott Pruitt, Matt Kenseth, who won the Coca-Cola 600, Bobby Hillin Jr., Robbie Gordon, Darrell Waltrip, and Dave Blaney. And then the drivers who didn't make the show were Mike Bliss, Hutch Strickland, Carl Long, Ricky Craven, Stacy Compton, and Todd Bonine. These two were not in the... That was these two. Those were driver changes. These three did not make the show, so that is it for the night. So if you liked the video, we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody, for tomorrow's podcast on the 2000 Pop Secret Microwave 400.